it's me, Jen, and welcome back to another round of favorites. April was a really great month for me, and for some reason I've got a lot of fashion favorites this month, so I'll just get started. Right off the bat, a pair of shoes that I've been giving a lot of love to has been these sandals. They're just really cute and comfortable, and they've been all over my Instagram. The platform makes it really easy to walk in, and they're really light, so they're not gonna weigh you down like other heeled shoes. And they're pretty affordable too. I think they're around $30, which I think is a really great deal for a shoe. And I fell in love with these shoes so much that I actually got it in black as well. I felt like I really couldn't decide between the nude and the black, and I knew that a shoe like this I would wear throughout the warm seasons, so what the hell, I got two pairs. I've been rocking some jewelry by a company called Alana, and oh, she's so amazing. She's based in London, and her designs are just, they just feel like me. And I just love when I discover a brand and I look at the items and I'm just like, dude, this is totally my aesthetic. And the first piece I loved was this really cool molted horn necklace. It's got a fusion between silver and gold, and I really like the fact that when I wear this necklace, I don't have to worry about matching everything so specifically. Usually when I have a silver piece, I like to have everything silver, including the hardware on my purse. But when I'm wearing this necklace, it doesn't really matter because it's got gold and silver in it. Then I have this really long pendant necklace. I believe it's kind of like a compass of some sort, but it's just a really cool necklace. It's really long, it goes past the belly button, so it's perfect to layer with or just to wear on its own. And these pieces are definitely investment pieces, but I've just gotten to a point in my life where I don't enjoy getting really fast and cheap jewelry that's just gonna make the back of my neck turn green or my fingers turn green. And now that summer's approaching, there's gonna be a lot of sweat and cheap metal. It just equates to a green mess, and so I'd rather just avoid all that together and just get some high quality pieces that are gonna last me more than just a season. They're gonna last me a lifetime. For my book favorite, I have The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and this isn't my first time reading this. The first time I read this, I was around 14 or 15. This was my favorite English teacher's favorite book, and so when I heard that, I was like, okay, I definitely have to read this, and I remember really enjoying it as a kid. But I thought it's been over a decade since I've read this, and so I wanted to revisit it to see if there's any concepts that went over my head, or just to see if I still liked it. And I did. This is an amazing book. If you're into dystopias or like a messed up future, this is gonna be right up your alley. This story takes place in a world where men have all the power. Women really have no say. They're not even allowed to read, and this story follows a character called Offred, and her role in the society is a handmaid. And so she basically is assigned to one elite male member, and she has to have sex with him to have a baby because for some reason getting pregnant is really hard. So a lot of people are infertile, and so that's why a role like a handmaid even exists. And it's just really interesting to see the world through her eyes because you can see what it takes to be trained as a handmaid, and it's really messed up. There's a lot of themes about victim shaming and what would happen if women didn't take a stand for their rights. And so it's basically, yeah, just a feminist nightmare. It's awful. Just a warning, this book does have sexual themes in it, but it's not an erotic novel. It's not 50 Shades of Grey, I swear. I think it's a little bit for the mature mind, but if you want to give a crack at it, you should definitely do it. I think after reading a second time, I can safely say that this is one of my favorite books. When I went to Coachella, Birchbox gave me some beauty products to review, and by far my favorite has been R&Co's dry shampoo. And no, they're not paying me to say this in my favorites video. I just used it throughout the month and I genuinely loved it. And I'm a freak about dry shampoos. Dry shampoo is my life because I do not like washing my hair every single day. Personally, I prefer spray ones because I find that they're more volumizing, and this does a really great job absorbing the oils in your hair. It leaves minimal white cast, and it smells so amazing. It just smells really fresh and clean, and it's hard to describe exactly what it smells like, but it just has a really nice fresh scent to it. And the packaging is really cute. There's this really awesome desert vibe to it, and I just like the way it looks when it's perched on my bathroom shelf. It's just really great all in all. It definitely goes onto my top 3 dry shampoo list. It would be this, L'Oreal's Fresh Dust, and Batiste, but only the fresh and clean scent because the other ones, ugh, the smell is just too nauseating for me. Another accessory that I've been wearing non-stop has been a straw boater hat, and you all know how much I love my big brimmed hats, and I thought I would switch it up for the spring and summer by incorporating a straw one. And these hats were really popular in the 1920s by men. People would wear them during like a formal summer day, and now I think it's really great that women and men can wear this hat and just look dope. This hat was a total lifesaver at Coachella because during the day it would block out the sun, and at the night when it started getting a little bit dusty, I used this hat to actually cover my face so I wouldn't inhale as much dirt. It's safe to say that inhaling dirt isn't good for your lungs, so this hat definitely minimized that. I've noticed that my skin has been a lot more dry than usual, and I think it's because I moved from the Bay to LA and there's just not as much moisture in the air down here, and so my skin has definitely been reacting to it. And so I've started to use Glossier's Universal Skin Salve, and it's been amazing to apply on my cuticles or little rough patches on my hands and on my knees and elbows. It's a universal formula, so you can apply it everywhere, including your lips. Personally, I think it's a little bit too heavy to apply as like a full-on hand cream, like squeezing it and like rubbing into your hands. It's a little bit too thick for that. It's more of like a spot treatment type of thing, so it's amazing for that. My last favorite is something a little bit different because it's actually a quote that I discovered in April, and it goes like this: "Worrying is a misuse of your imagination." I have always been the type of person who worries a lot. I stress out a lot, and I can't be the only person who feels this way. And I feel like as I got older, I've learned to kind of control it a little bit better, but it's definitely still there. It's always something that I'm working on and trying to conquer. But you know, some days are particularly worse than other days. And when I saw this quote, it just really resonated with me because worrying about something isn't going to help your situation. It's just gonna make it worse, if anything. This quote has definitely helped me be a lot more clear-headed and happier this month because instead of focusing on something so negatively, I am now doing something about it. And I feel like it's all about that last point, that tipping point that really pushes you the edge and makes the ball go rolling and makes you do something about your sadness instead of just wallowing and worrying about it. And I don't know, I just thought I would put this out there because I know I'm not the only one who struggles through this, so I thought maybe it could potentially help someone out. Alright, so that wraps up my April favorites. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. The button is down below. It would mean a lot to me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.